Hi and welcome to Rookie Review. This week, in honour of the Happytime Murders, I am very pleased to announce our special guest star, Mr. Kermit T. Frog.
Yay!
Kermit, what an honour it is to finally meet you.
Pleasure's all mine.
So, what can you tell us about the Happytime Murders?
Well, Miss Piggy.
Miss Piggy?
Mm-hmm.
Kermit, I'm not Miss Piggy.
You look like her.
Kermit, I'm not a pig. It's me. It's Tony.
You smell like her.
No. No.
You taste like her.
Kermit! I'm not a pig. Security. This is the movie that promised to be no Sesame and All Street. Directed by Brian Henson, son of the puppet god Jim Henson, this movie felt as if it was really going to turn the world of puppets as we know it on its little felt head, taking what his father created and propelling it into a new age for the adults that grew up with it. This feeds into the nostalgia that filmmakers are really cashing in on lately, with films like Christopher Robin, Solo, and Incredibles 2. Okay, so practically every Disney movie this year. For those who are fans of the noir genre, there's plenty to get on board with in this parody. There's all the usual tropes, the narrator, the femme fatale, and the hard-drinking PI to name a few. But the movie hybridizes a gritty adult film noir outing with puppets that we associate with our childhood, which isn't too dissimilar from the 1988 film Who Framed Roger Rabbit. We see the same noir reinvention, but this time we've swapped out cartoons for puppets and gone up a few notches on the age rating. However, I wouldn't say that this is an entirely new concept of bringing childhood entities and thrusting them into the adult world either. Take 2012's Ted, for example, which effortlessly handled a real-life, pot-smoking, foul-mouthed teddy bear. Like Ted, this is a film that doesn't shy away from its bizarre premise. In fact, that's where a lot of the comedy lies in this movie, as we see down-and-out puppets who have turned to drugs and prostitution to get by. We follow Phil Phillips, the first and last puppet cop, who is teamed up with his ex-partner Melissa McCarthy to solve a string of puppet murders. Melissa McCarthy is an actress who doesn't seem to be short of work, but I've only actually ever seen her in Bridesmaids, where I thought her blunt, matter-of-fact portrayal was brilliant and surprisingly funny. However, in the Happytime Murders, both her character and performance are very bland. She doesn't get a chance to really shine in this movie. I didn't find her funny, and I don't feel as if she was the right casting choice for the lead human figure in this film. And let us not forget the man behind the Muppet. You get a sneak peek of how the movie was made in the end credits, which was a great behind the scenes tidbit, and showed that they must have had one hell of a time in making this film. At the same time, what's done with the medium of puppetry is not very groundbreaking. For a movie that seems to be trying to put puppets back on the map, it doesn't do much on the artistry side of things to move this medium forward, which is a shame. But my main gripe with this movie is that it's the type of movie where the best bits really are in the trailer. This is so anticlimactic and ultimately slows the movie right down. Instead of laughing at a new bit, you're just remembering what you've already laughed at in the trailer. This feels so disappointing as the movie shows its hand far too early to get bums on seats, but isn't willing to make them stick around. On the whole, the movie attempts to be one big joke, where puppets act inappropriately to get a crude laugh. And aside from the scene in which Melissa McCarthy ventures down a back alley to a puppet crack house, the calibre of comedy is infantile and should fall flat with anyone who has more than two brain cells to rub together. I think at times the movie attempts to have an important point to make, but shies away from this commitment. It tries a couple of times to raise the theme of social inequality through the puppets, who are treated like second-class citizens and are only good for entertainment. This is an intelligent critique on the social climate of 2018, especially when focusing on Phil's brother, who bleaches his skin and gets a nose job to look more human. However, it doesn't feel as if the movie really goes all out on the idea and feels quite out of place in the otherwise flippant story. I can't help but feel like a really good analogy was being drawn here, but then just sidestepped for the sake of a puppet snorting sherbet for the 10th time. One positive that we can draw from this movie is that it really does break the fabric mould for what a puppet film is and can be. It isn't afraid to push the bar and break the rules of its own medium. I think if anything, We can all agree that this is an important message which should transcend throughout entertainment in order to avoid stale rehashes of the same old thing. I will always support and give a chance to something which tries to offer up something new and unique. Though not a great film, you can still admire the amount of effort and dedication given to create something quirky and something different to watch at the cinema, if not wholly original or funny. This movie was brought to you by the letter D for disappointment, but does get an A for effort. I therefore give the Happytime Murders 2.5 out of 5 rookie reels. Well, that's all from me in this episode. If you've enjoyed this video, please remember to like, share and subscribe, and check out our other reviews of some of 2018's best and worst. Pop us a comment below to let us know what you thought of the movie, or what mature puppet offering you'd like to see next. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Well, Kermit, what an honour it is to meet you. I really am.
The pleasure's all mine.
Reading. There are all the usual. I'm Benedict Cumberbatch. Usual penguin. Penguin. We follow Phil Phillips, the Phil Phillips, on the social climate of 2018.
Liked what you saw and have an interest for travel and adventure? Check out our other YouTube channel, Roamin Rookies, as we travel across 14 countries in an 11-month whirlwind of fun and excitement. Just click here or the link in the description below. Thanks for watching.